So Paula D says, it's hard to stream without viewers. How do you start? So here's some really good advice that I got. One of the most important things, if you are a new streamer, even if you're an older streamer, one of the things that's important is to practice your internal monologue, right? It's nice when people show up and they have questions and they want to, share, and that's great, but you can never count on that. And when you start to count on that being the thing, then that makes you lazy, because one of the things that's most important to streaming, people are coming to see you first. It's you are the host of your show. Then they want to see the game, usually. So you can't just rely on your gameplay streaming. Now, granted, there's arguments. There's no one size fits all, but practicing your monologue. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you working on? And even realizing that when you go out throughout your day, and before you get on stream, planning some things that you want to talk about, and telling a story. Because what people don't realize is that I've realized this more and more, that people spend more time watching the VODs, your stream videos, than you expect. And even if they don't, you don't see the analytics for it. The thing is that if you don't practice your monologue and kind of the type of person you are and the things you care about, what you want to chat about, then when people do discover your content, they don't get a good sense for how you are. And that's basically what you're doing, right? You're trying to give people an idea of the type of streamer you are. You guys can always ask me questions. I've only been at it for about a year. I'm learning stuff all the time. That even my show has changed so much over the last year, and I'm not even at a full year yet, because I've learned a lot of things along the way, as we do. When you put yourself into something for such a long time, you start to reframe the way that you approach other parts of your life, because it's a bigger part of what you're interested in. And so you find yourself finding things that can or maybe translate into aspects of your show or your stream, how you want to share. So one good example of that, I'm going through and I'm doing this exercise right now, and it's basically when you meet people, or you even see friends, or you haven't seen someone for the day, and then you see them for the first time, and most people ask, how are you doing? And then there's usually a rhetorical answer that goes along with this, right? And most people just say, I'm good, I'm okay, because in their mind, right, that even if the day, there's nothing bad that's happened, that's great, but there's nothing amazing necessarily. And so they just status quo, right? Oh, I'm good, I'm okay. And the reality is, right, is that if you're just good or okay, you're just reinforcing that it's okay to just be in the medium, right? But people are more drawn to people that feel, let me back up. People are more drawn to people that may be able to provoke interesting things. So, for instance, even if your day is just good, you should ask yourself, is there something that's actually great about your day, or excellent, or wonderful about your day? Because when you respond with something that isn't the average standard quo, like, I'm okay, you're like, oh, my day's excellent. And then if they're interested, and maybe if they're not, it's not a big deal, but then they're going to generally ask, oh, what's so excellent about it? And then you can, share very, very briefly some of the things that you found that are excellent about your day or your existence or what you're working on. A lot of times, we're not just one piece of our day. We are weeks and months and years in development with lots of different things. So when you move the needle on any of those projects, sometimes it's just excellent to be in that moment, or it's great, or it's wonderful. And people are curious and interested in their friends and people they don't know so well, but this is the way that you can build stronger relationships. And it's just changing the way that we all kind of go through our days just a little bit. And then, not everything can be zippity-doo on roses. And sometimes it's better if you're not having a great day, just say, oh, my day isn't great, I'm working on it, because you don't necessarily want to unload on someone. But if you're really not feeling it, because if you just fake it, you're not, you're disingenuous at that point. And that's a whole other thing. But thought I would share some things I've been thinking about lately. So, and the way that I go through life and engage with other folks, and the way I spend time on the show, and the way that I work with my team on things. No matter what you do in life, your interactions and the way that you express yourself and share, those build the type of person you are, and how you relate to other people changes so many things in your life. So it's important to think about. I spend a lot more time thinking about it.